In my case, I got swept into politics at a very young age, when you haven't got any independent thinking. For instance, I got into the Young Communist League at the age of 12. What first attracted me to politics as a youngster is the arrival in the country of Dr. Darden after he returned from Edinburgh as a doctor, but he immediately got into politics. And my first memory of taking an active interest is when he goes to jail in 1940. So again, that in itself is something that here's somebody, a doctor, was in jail just a few months, but you get impressed by that fact. I went to jail for the first time at the age of 17, occupying a piece of land in Durban, which was for whites only. And the Indian Congress had decided to call upon volunteers to occupy that land and go to jail. So I went to, with my group, occupied that piece of land in Durban and went to prison for a month. But in 1946, when I was in my matric year, the Indian Congress in South Africa started a passive resistance campaign for the first time after Gandhi left. A passive resistance campaign against a law that applied only against the Indians. Land and licensing. I followed the example of two individuals, two law students, Ismail Mir, J.N. Singh. He occupied a place in Market Street, a flat. And after law lectures one day, he comes into the flat with Madiba. 1946. This is the first time I even meet Madiba. He's a law student, but he's a law student together with Ismail Mir. And that's where I meet them. So my attitude really has broadened.
Now, you are in South Africa and globally considered as a servant of the people. What does that mean? What do you understand by that?
Well, we take that from what Madiba said. He said, I stand before you as a servant of the people. In other words, he was trying to say, and which I would echo, is we are there to serve the people, primarily. Not to tell the people what they should be doing, but to listen to the people as servants of the people. All institutions of government eventually are responsible to the people of the country. At all times we must be conscious of the fact that once you're in public life like ours, you are no longer an individual. You are answerable to people. Because as individuals you can't achieve much. As organizations you can. You can't just do things as individuals. If you want to make progress, you can only do it through a collective.